Hi, my name's Kayla. If you follow me, you know that I like doing more channeled energy work type stuff. I like pulling through channeled light language. I like sort of being a connector for our galactic friends to provide different healing work. I like pulling through code for structural shifts, reformatting, DNA activations, upgrades, etc. That's what I like to do. That's where I feel comfortable. But lately, my guides have been suggesting that I get more comfortable with allowing English channel messages to come through. So that's what we're doing here right now. We are practicing that. If you're into that sort of thing, stick around. Let's see what wants to come through. I will say, in addition, I'm just thinking out loud here, okay? I've been thinking a lot about, like, what am I trying to do? Like, and I don't need to be trying to do anything, right? I want to allow it to just unfold, but like, what connects me to my reasoning for continuing to post? I don't know why I felt like saying that, but I did. So my feet are asleep. All right. Let's just actually do this out loud. These are the conversations I'm having with my guides right now. They're saying, let's take a moment to reassess your mission here. Like, why? It's almost like opening that up. They're like, okay, great. Let's use that. Let's start thinking about this. Why do you want to be here? How do you want to be helping? It is our job to support you in your journey, your evolution, as much as we can. It is our job to work together. Who is this? Okay. A few months ago, this started, but also a few days ago. And so it kind of comes through the filter sometimes of my higher self, or that doesn't feel right. What am I trying to say here? They're saying that's a great question. I don't know. You speak on autopilot a lot. We feel it would benefit you in your understanding of your purpose if you allowed yourself to take a moment to align with your intentions prior to moving forward with something. My head immediately went to, what if I don't know my intentions? There are always intentions. It's simply about opening yourself up to recognizing what they are. They're saying in the past, your reasoning behind posting stuff, posting content was partially to be seen from a perspective needing to be validated. They're saying this is nothing to be ashamed of. It is understandable from your human perspective to desire to be seen in a certain light within your chosen field, especially after leaving because I quit my job. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. They're saying that's also the nature of social media in general, to be validated by others. That is why it requires additional intention when creating content, to ensure that it is coming from a place of alignment with your purpose, alignment with the desired goal of the content itself. Are you trying to prove something? Or are you trying to allow for your message or work to be helpful to others? Yeah, this was a realization I came to, honestly, a couple of days. Like, okay, I went to Guatemala for a week-long retreat and did a lot of work like that there. And it's like when I got back, the need for validation wasn't as heavy. But more importantly, and this is what the session I just did for my tier 2 Patreon people, it's about amplifying the truth, amplifying awareness, allowing yourself to stop and recognize, when am I being like on autopilot and allowing for whatever quote unquote programming I chose to come in here with, or that I've adopted as my identity throughout my time here. When am I allowing that to, when am I just allowing that to take over, instead of being like, hey, whoa, hey, wait, that's fine that you're there. We all want to be seen and validated. That's okay. But that can't be the motivating factor for why I'm creating something. Just from an energy perspective, it's not, it's operating within a false structure. And it's simply only doing something in order to I guess, like, reiterate or hold up that false structure. It's trying to validate that false structure in some way. And so when you are presented with these like desires, like, I want to do this for this reason, and you do it for that reason, it just keeps holding up that, reinforces that structure. But so what I've been working on lately, not working on, it just sort of has unfolded this way, is like, wait, stop. Just taking a moment, stop. Aligning yourself with, you don't have to be ashamed that that's what you want. That's what your ego is telling you want or need in order to reinstate this structure. But you also don't need to let it run. You can pause it and reassess and clarify your intention, realign with your actual truth before moving forward. They're saying this is how we break patterns. This is how we step out of loops that are no longer serving us and step into more authentic ways of living. So what am I doing right now? I don't know. I've been running the camera for 12 minutes. I have no idea what this was. I have no idea where I would post it. I need to shave my legs, so that's on my mind. I think I do want to be I like just kind of talking out loud and thinking through stuff. not thinking through stuff, but like allowing myself to out loud. Okay, hang on. Whoa, hey, we got this. Hey. I feel it helps me to talk out loud, to mull over and move through my evolution. I'm not great at journaling. I can't read it back ever, so I feel this is helpful for me. And I also feel it could be helpful for others to just kind of talk like this. You know, it doesn't all have to be channeled stuff, because at the end of the day, we're living a human experience and we are humans. 3D individuals expanding our awareness to include higher dimensions of consciousness, but at the end of the day, we're still here, and everyone that is living here is still moving from this perspective. And that aside, it's you know, this is the experience we're going through. The human side of things is hang on, I'm realigning with my heart. What am I trying to say? Okay, this is weird, you guys. You're in real time. Maybe I'll post this, maybe I won't. I don't freaking know. I'm feeling my heart like gradually. This is interesting. Does anyone else feel like in the past they always spoke from a place of like, I guess, performance, or like you can, it's skewed by the underlying assumption of others' opinions or perspectives, or just always had like this weight on it or pressure on it. And right now I'm feeling I'm down here. And it feels weird. In a good way. It feels like this is where we should be talking from always. Again, on this retreat I just went to, if I post this somewhere, I'll tag the lovely ladies who ran it. But this is some of the stuff I worked on, but now bringing it back here and integrating it back here, I'm just like, I don't know, this feels more comfortable to talk down here, but it takes a second to get comfortable with it down here. And I also feel like I'm gonna cry, and I think that's because she's like, oh, thank God, now I get to talk, now I get to say something, talk about my heart, rather than like up here getting to step aside. So I don't know, bear with me as I get comfortable with just sitting down here. Sometimes down here it's not as wordy down here, which is nice. It's exhausting being up here. It's wordy. You just kind of chill down here. I'm just kind of like, well, what am I trying to say? I'm not trying to say anything at this point. We're in it. We're just sitting down here. If you guys know what I'm talking about, everyone knows what I'm talking about, I think. Everyone can feel what I'm talking about, I hope. Anyway, you're just witnessing in real time my shift from, and it takes practice, and I'm going to keep practicing, but it feels good talking from down here. God, I feel so much calmer. Wow. And also another thing I'm noticing is when I could slow down and talk from here, it doesn't really matter the perception of it or what other people think of it, or I'm not thinking about that, because I know that I'm anchored in whatever my truth is. Therefore, I don't really care the perception. Where when I talk from up here, I'm not really sure if I feel it's true, because I'm talking from a skewed lens of trying to perform or trying to match someone's what someone wants of me, and I'm not fully connected into my truth. Therefore, it leaves room for questioning and caring about opinions. And guys, my heart is on fire. This is not like channeling anything. This is just me keeping my attention here for this long of a time and allowing myself to speak from here from this long of a time. This is crazy. Do you guys do other people do this always? Wow. Anyway, maybe let's do that together more. We could just talk about what we're experiencing as we move through our evolution of shifting out of the perspective of living from and interacting with our reality from the lens of our like 3D density, and as we shift and evolve into the lens from our actual truth, which doesn't have the layers of like confusion on top of it. And that's what we're all trying to do, is sort of shift in perspective from that higher perspective and live from that place. So maybe we could do that together. I don't know. If you want to do that together, let me know. By that, I guess I just mean I'll post stuff like that. I don't know. I don't have anything to say. Hey, Kayla, that's the problem, is you think you should have something to say and you don't. That's okay. Turn the camera off. I don't have anything to say. But I do have something to move about. That's another thing. I think maybe humans talk too much. No offense, me being one of them, obviously. Gemini alert. But sometimes I'm realizing I talk out of feeling like it's necessary. But right now, I just gotta feel like feeling, jiving, vibing. And that's okay. That's cool too. Therefore, I think I'm gonna hang up. Love you.